Hello, my name is Kim Stanley, and I'd like to share with you my capstone project, which is on the employee appraisal process. As my mentor or manager, I chose Jody Gentry, who is the Assistant Vice President for the Office of Human Resources at the University of Florida. In the initial meeting with Jody, we discussed various human resource topics and issues that are going on, and then we found that she felt that the University of Florida's appraisal and evaluation system is a broken system. So she asked me to evaluate the current performance appraisal, develop a process for both exempt and non-exempt employees, research best practices, and do an evaluation of what corporate America does versus higher education versus nonprofit organizations. Historically, performance appraisals have been used to collect data on performance of history. Historically, performance appraisals have been used to collect data on performance history, decisions, pay, promotions, and workforce reduction. They've not been used to sustain or improve job performance. Annual evaluations do not allow time for coaching or for the employee to adjust, to make the adjustments that need to be made. Okay, one more time. Historically, performance appraisals were done to collect data on performance, history, decisions for pay, promotions, and workforce reduction. They've not been used to sustain or improve job performance. Annual evaluations do not allow time for coaching and correction if adjustments need to be made by the employee. So it's time for a change. Today's changing needs an environment for forcing organizations to change their focus on performance appraisals to performance management systems. The organization's mission, vision, and goals should be well known and understood by all levels of employees within organizations. The performance management system will ensure that the individual goals and the organizational goals are aligned. Here's a comparison between performance appraisals and performance management system. A performance appraisal system focuses on the top-down assessment, and it's always performed annually, so only one time a year it's evaluated, and it focuses on traits, whereas the performance management system stresses open communication between the manager and the employee. It's a continuous review, so it allows time for feedback and adjustments, and that it focuses on objectives, values, and behaviors. There's many reasons to measure an employee. It focuses attention, it directs behavior, it enables accountability, it increases objectivity, promotes consistency, facilitates feedback, enables prediction, and it motivates. There's three main types of performance evaluation systems. One is a rating system where you score an employee from 1 to 5. The critical incident system, which is where you just keep track of whether they did a good job on a project or they did a horrible job on a project, keep it in their file. Or management by objectives, just giving them a purpose and evaluating on that purpose. Now, the performance management system is always forward planning, and it's facilitative in nature, involves team leaders and employees continually in a joint process. The process includes work planning, defining expectations, monitoring performance, developing weak performance areas, performance rating, and reward good performance. So I compared the University of Florida, which currently uses two systems. It's a rating and management by objectives, to Florida State University, which also used two systems, the rating and management by objective. Until recently, they incorporated an appraisal and evaluation system that's online, and it's called Omni. I researched a company, it's a construction company, and they do evaluations on pay for performance. It's designed to encourage communication and achievement of specific project, business unit, and strategic goals, recognizes and rewards individual performance, motivates and rewards service, and it's an integral part of the company's stated vision to have a salary structure and best stock and bonus plan in the industry. So they want to reward their employees. The other example of a construction company, their evaluation includes a self-reflection piece that focuses on the employee interests and what they think their accomplishments are, their annual performance review, and a competency checklist. Then I compared nonprofit and for-profit organizations. Nonprofit organizations, the performance of the employee is not tied to profit. And typically, a nonprofit organization will keep a non-performing employee and just move them to a different place. Whereas in the for-profit organization, where it's directly tied to profit, the non-performing employees are terminated. So I recommended to Jody, or to the University of Florida, that we update the mission statement to include the staff. Currently, the mission statement doesn't recognize the staff, and I thought that it would make sense for the staff to be included in the mission statement so that they would know how they're contributing to the overall goals of the organization. Identify the mission and how the staff are part of attaining that goal, and consider changing to a performance management system. So the next step is to create a system to evaluate the employees and to continuously provide for improvement. So first, we need to create a rating system of attendance, reliability, teamwork, interpersonal skills, overall attitude, commitment, organization, knowledge of organizational goals, and productivity. Then you can include statements that would connect the employees to the mission statement, such as list 3 things in your role in the organization that you improved on. Did you take advantage of any training opportunities? Did you meet the goals that were established? What are your goals for the next year? What are your long-term professional goals? And how can the manager help you achieve your goals? And then the last step would be to train the managers to understand how a performance management system works. Set clear expectations for employee development and hold the managers accountable. So here's an example of a system that I've created. First you begin, and this is all online, with the mission statement, and then the employee would check down here to say that they're aware of the mission statement of the organization and what's their role in the organization. Then you would include the ranking system, and then there's the questions on their goals for the past year. Did they take any training? What are their goals for this year, next year, long-term professional, and has the manager helped you achieve them? And then there's a spot for the employees to make notes of what they think the manager should know that they may not know, and same thing for the manager. This system is used on an annual. At the end of an academic year or a set time frame, both the employee and the manager would go in and electronically sign that they've seen all the information located on this system, and that would be submitted to Human Resources. And that concludes my recommendations for an employee appraisal process and a performance management system. Thank you.
Hope I was in that.